My name is Brandon Devon Hopkins, the Associate Director of Bands here at Prairie View A&M University. I got here in the spring of 2015, and it has been a journey ever since.
My name is Eric Jimenez. I'm the Assistant Director of Bands here at Prairie View A&M University for the Marching Storm, and I've been here now for 3 years now.
I'm Bria Douglas, the Assistant Band Director here at Prairie View A&M University. I'm over the woodwinds, drum majors, and Tau Beta Sigma. I've been here for 9 years, 5 in undergrad, and 4 as a director. I am also a part of Dr. Zachary's first freshman class here at Prairie View.
My name is Khalil Deanda. My role in the band program is a graduate assistant, becoming a ranger, and I've been here since 2013. I took a hiatus for 3.5 years to teach in San Antonio, Texas, and now I'm back getting my master's in education administration, certification in principalship.
I got one. So this is 2015. It was my first year. And we was at an away game, and we were supposed to do 5 and out. That was the agreement. So we did 5, and the band across from us did 5. We was getting ready to go, and then they did 6. Still putting on something. They did 7. Doc had a few colorful words, and next thing I know, we was back in the stands, and we ran like 8 more, and we was there for over an hour. That's probably one of my fondest memories, because it was that moment where Doc was like, you know what, if y'all ain't playing by the rules, neither am I. And I was like, yeah, Doc, I've been waiting on that moment forever. So yeah, that's one of my fondest memories thus far. That and the 2019 National Battle of the Bands, where, you know. Time restraint, you know, cut off when you're supposed to cut off.
One of the most exciting things for me has been, I reflect back on the Honda of 2020. That was one of the most intense rehearsals leading up to it, and it was cold on top of that. So I can remember those moments of fatigue, of exhaustion from the students and staff included. When I can remember a student actually walked to me in the rehearsal and was like, "What are we doing? I'm exhausted, And I would just say, push through, we got this, we can make this work. And so the most joyous moment from that was seeing them march off, sideline blowdown at Honda in Atlanta, and seeing their energy just come through their bodies and their facial expressions, and knowing they left everything on that field.
I think my fondest memory was in undergrad in 2015, to be particular. We had a game, Alcorn versus PV. Now, we was late to this game. However, our 5th quarter was amazing. It was raining, it was cold, but we made the best of it. It was a nice little battle. We was battling for about an hour or so, and I think the band it really enjoyed it. We were just having the most fun, and Doc was even having fun too.
The Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. All the hard work we put in the years before came to fruition. Everything Dr. Zach envisioned for this band program just started to come to light. We were blessed with the opportunity to get the funding to go there, and all the students who've never been out the state of Texas had the opportunity to enjoy Times Square, all the fantastic places we went to go sightsee, and all the food we had. Staying in the Hyatt Regency right on the river. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Why does everybody do that? I don't know if I have a really funny story about Doc, because if he sees this, he might be joking on me for life.
I'm trying to think of the ones that can actually go on camera. I guess all my memories are pretty much rooted in the same thing with Dr. Zachary, though, man. Like, a lot of folks don't understand how hard he go for this band, and you know, if it ain't right, it ain't gonna fly with Doc. You know, so a lot of my memories come from folks telling us what we gonna do, and Doc telling them, no, we're not doing that. But yeah, all my memories come from just Doc riding for the band, like going super hard for the band program, and being there to advocate for the students in every way possible, from funding to space, and just making sure that the students are being treated the exact same way as everyone else. And just the way he go about it be so funny, man. I'm gonna come with an actual story, but they all just be funny, his approach.
You know, the one thing about Doc and I'm gonna safely assume we're both foodies. So he and I talk about food a lot, specifically spicy food. And I pride myself as to being a person and an individual that can take I can take a high level of spiciness, if you will. So my ego kicked in a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And I thought, you know, man, I can eat something spicier than Doc. So he had been recommending this crawfish and seafood place to me for a while. And I'm a big crawfish fan. And he finally told me, let me go check it out. So when I showed up, I had texted him and he called me. He's like, get X, Y, and Z. It depends on how spicy you want it. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it about the same level that you get it. I finished that food, but unfortunately I left completely sweaty and crying. So I can say I ate it, but yeah, he got me beat on that one. So for me, it's kind of that one connection is that I brought him my mom's tamales and spiciness and he don't bat an eye. So yeah, that for me, I can remember that I was sweating and taking that pain because of Doc.
That was good.
It was personal.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna be like, "What? You eat spicy food?" You know.
The funniest story I have about Doc is he used to wear these small Under Armour headbands. It used to be like the little small wristbands, you know, the one that used to claim that you can keep your balance if you wear these bracelets. Well, Dr. Zachary had one. Dr. Zach had the smaller Under Armour one for the head, and I don't know, I always laugh at that. I don't know why he was wearing that. But that's really my funny story.
Okay, you know, so Michael J. Cofield, he was a drum major at Norfolk, and that was my band director in high school, who was my mentor. He decided to try to get me to the next level in my life. Personally, Dr. Zach saved my life, but he is funny. First time I met him, it was at a competition in Charlotte, North Carolina at Johnson C. Smith. And we got to the judging booth, and he walked out. You know, he said, "What's up?" to Michael, and then he looked at me and was like, "You ugly, just like your band director." Everybody standing around was crying because it was so funny. It was like, man, this dude is a family man. I could tell he cares. You know, saved my life.
My name is Ralph Chapman. I am Assistant Director of Bands and Faculty for the music department here at Prairie View University.
My name is Larry Jones, and I'm the percussion instructor, and I came in 1976.
My name is Mark Phillips, Chair of the Department of Music and Theater. I first came to Prairie View A&M University in 1988, and I stayed until 1998. I returned in 2015 in the position of chair. And in my prior life at Prairie View, I was Prof. Edwards' assistant. And we worked together those 10 years, and it developed from being the marching band to the marching storm. And after Dr. Zachary got to the university, he elevated the marching storm to an even higher level.
Hello, my name is Sean Zachary, and I am currently the director of the Black Foxes, interim director of Twirling Thunder, and staff advisor for the media team.
What comes to mind is the Macy's Day Parade. I thought that particular event was a crowning moment to what I believe Dr. Zachary had envisioned with this band. Though there were many other events or accolades that we've been able to achieve, to have an opportunity to display the hard work to millions of people, I thought was one of the most interesting and crowning points for this band administration.
Seeing what Dr. Timmy Zachary has done with this organization, he has really moved this band up to the next level, and I'm blessed to have seen it with my own eyes.
I would have to stop and think, and I can't say one thing in particular, so I will say two. When the band was the lead band in the Macy's parade, that is something that every band director desires to do, and Prairie View did it, and they did it under the direction of Dr. Zachary. The second would be March. I don't think anyone would realize or understand how much time is taken when one is trying to produce something for television. And you've got to be your normal self, and you've got to get your work done, and you've got to put on your face for television also. And that requires a lot. And Dr. Zachary was able to pull that off. And if you want to go to Hollywood, then I guess I'll be checking him out on television in the future.
So many fond memories. I have been here for 10 years. I came when Doc came. And just so many memories. It's just hard to pick just one. And I know Macy's is the one that stands out to most people, and it stands out to me. That was an experience of a lifetime. Going to New York, taking the students to New York and to New Jersey, having them sightsee, all of the work that we put into our production for the Macy's parade. It was just amazing. I think if there was another crowning moment, I think when the Marching Storm finally realized that we were good. And I have to say that was the Alcorn Rain Fest. When we went to Alcorn and it poured raining the whole time, and the woodwind players were dancing without their horns. They had all their routines, and the Foxes had taken off their raincoats, and we were just hammering Alcorn, and that was that moment, I think, when it clicked for the Marching Storm.
I don't know if I should be saying this.
I saw you look at the camera.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll with it. A funny thing happened, allegedly happened, a number of years back when we were undergraduate students at Southern University. Dr. Zachary at the time was on a probationary period, or pledging the fraternity, and it was said that I asked of him to give me a call on several occasions early in the morning, specifically 6 a.m., repeatedly for a number of days. And what he's mentioned is that I never answered the call on any of the occasions. And of course, since this is being recorded, I want to say on record, I don't recall asking him to call me. But I was reminded of this when I came aboard here a few years back, that this is what happened. And I'm pleading my case now that I didn't ask him to do that.
Are you gonna cut knit?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you have any interesting or funny stories you can share about Doc?
Well, you know, Doc is always right on point, getting it done. You know.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Here you go. You can go back.
All right.
You done.
You are gonna get it, right?
One of my favorite memories with Doc would be perhaps my first or second year here, and I came to one of his band meetings after some percussionists and others had really wrecked his nerves, and he ended up wrecking their nerves. And I said, yeah, he still has that spark.
I have a lot of fond memories and a lot of funny stories about Dr. Zachary. You know, I've been here the whole time that he's been here. We've been here from the ground up, and you know, there were some funny things that happened as he was establishing his tenure here. One thing that I can think of is exchanging words with alumni. I think that's one of his favorite things to do, and it's always funny. But I can tell you is that students here think that Doc is just this mean, you can't approach him, he's a mean person, but he's really not. He has a wicked sense of humor, and a lot of people just don't know that about him. So I have seen so many funny things happen as he is interacting with students who are afraid of him.